Hi everyone, Martin Diamond here with a new challenge run. Last video someone asked for whips, and your wishes are my orders. I love reading comments, and also I reached more than 50 subs. Thank you so much for that. Whips are such cool looking weapons. I really want to use them and see how good they are. That begs the question, can I beat Final Fantasy V with only whips? If you're new here, let's take a look at the rules. Only whips can be used to deal damage. Without whips, characters cannot attack whatsoever. Beside monks, any job can be mastered and any ability can be used. Support magic like healing is allowed. Finally, EXP, ABP and money multipliers are okay. That's basically it, so let's start the run. As usual, whips are not available at the start of the game. For that reason, I'm gonna defeat the Wing Raptor with swords. Immediately after that, upon unlocking the Wind Crystal jobs, I turn everyone into monks and deactivate the ABP game. Remember, I cannot level up monk. I'm just gonna speedrun this portion of the game. In the meantime, let's check the whip's formula. It basically follows the bugged knife formula, the one that was supposed to consider agility in the equation, but ultimately couldn't. What makes whip unique though is that they're back row okay. That means physical damage won't be an issue this run. That's good news. The first whip of the run is a guaranteed drop from Magisa. That's awesome. Unlike in the Bells run, it will be our only weapon for a while. Now the challenge can finally start. A cool thing about whips is that they have 50% chance of paralyzing the enemy upon hitting them, which is amazing. Although I'm not sure if they are actually doing it since there's no visual indicator. That sucks. In the other ports, there was a particle that signaled the paralysis. Why would the Pixel remaster omitted them? I tried to level up the night job to see if whips were compatible with two-handed. Turns out they weren't. Makes sense though, but I'm kinda sad I wasted some valuable ABP. Before the next boss battle, I wanna show you this part of the castle that I never visit. There's a jail in the Wolf's castle basement, and in a cell there's the famed pickpocketer Lone Wolf. It is crucial that I do not open this cell. Come to think of it, why would anyone open the cell of a famous thief? Would you do that? Let's put morality aside and fight Garula. While I casted Protect and whipped the elephant, I noticed that it didn't counter-attack. There's just no way I'm faster with only one person attacking. That's when I remembered, the paralysis. Garula is susceptible to it. I of course had problems realizing that because, again, there's no visual indicator. But it's cool that it's a feature that was kept. In Karnak, I can buy whips. Oh, wait a minute, those aren't whips. They're flails! I was legitimately dumbfounded when I realized that. I suppose I deserve jail time for that. I mean, this is the 7th run. No whips on sale means I have to grind a bit more with only one person attacking. I decided to do some optional content to get some levels. Bosses, like Shiva here, don't give EXP, but the monsters in the Wolf's castle do. Liquid Flame time with only one whip. Haste and Confuse help a lot during this battle. In case you're wondering, I allow Confuse, since it doesn't do damage directly. As expected, the battle does take some time, although it was easy. I take the Ribbon, the Essence Spell and the Elven Mantle just in case. I like to grind in this section of the game because of the good ABP monsters give. But only one whip makes that not very viable. Jobs like the Thief will be very useful. The Iron Claw goes down without much issue. ATB manipulation with time magic is something I should exploit more often. After escaping, I finally unlock the Beastmaster. He will take full priority since he has the Equip Bells ability. Now I can finally buy more whips. Kunais, sometimes I forget that they are different from knives. I wonder how that round would go. For some reason, whips are strong against flying enemies in the Pixel remaster. This will be very helpful. I fight Ifrit next. I cast Moonflute and let them do their thing. At this point, I really wondered, why would the Beastmaster dress like sheep? I suppose it's a subversion since sheep are usually the ones being tamed. Or I don't know, let me know your theories in the comments. I unlocked the Equip Whip's ability, but I low-key want to master the Beastmaster. Byblos is next. Moonflute never disappoints me, but it does scare me every time. In the end, I claimed the victory. Byblos is quite challenging sometimes. Mid-on Cryo. This is a whip run, not a whoop run. My god! I could have sworn that there was a whip available at Jakol. The Mandela effect sure is scary, but there's definitely a whip in this cave over here. I call it the Squirrel Cave. By the way, do you remember that thief werewolf at Walls? Well, if you free him, he will take the whip from this chest before you do. It is a lightning elemental, so that's cool. A Beastmaster girl? Does she also have a crystal shard? Anyway, I asked Romeo over here for his ballad. I battled Ramu for some sweet ABP. Oh well, I guess Moonflute could disappoint. Nah, let's just try it again. You see? Awesome blue magic. Sandrum went exceedingly well. It was attacking at a slower pace than previous runs. Maybe he is getting paralyzed. I really miss that visual effect. The Blitz Whip makes quick work of the Crayclaw. Well, maybe not quick, but exploiting elemental weaknesses is always advantageous. In the end, the battle went well, all things considered. The Adamantoise has crazy high defense, but I have Protect, and also a dual whip ninja. This battle is painfully slow, but at least it is possible. The initial whip is far too weak by this point of the game. Whip's availability is kind of a problem for now. Soul Cannon is next. I'm happy to have a ranger on the team. Whips have pretty high accuracy, but still it isn't 100%. The aim command solves that easily. I don't know why Bart is dealing less damage than his teammates though. White Wind acquired. Healing will not be an issue in the future. If you've never seen my Rod or Bell runs, let me tell you that Archaeoavis increases his magic defense as the battle progresses. It wasn't until this specific run that I realized that the opposite is true for his physical defense. At the beginning, his defense was so high that only the Blitz Whip was dealing damage, but as it changes forms, it is getting more and more damage. Very dynamic design choice for a boss. Croy can use magic. Does she has a Black Mage Crystal Shard? Those are the real questions. Anyway, we skip the ruins and Galuf leaves us. Romeo's ballad for the bomb fight. That song alone is what makes the Bard an S-tier job in my opinion. Titan's next, and it seems like he's susceptible to paralysis. So far, I really like whips. The Chimera Brain is never a problem. I'm just gonna cast Moonflute and witness the massacre. Dude, turns out we were the massacred ones. Well, there's a first attempt for everyone but bosses. My second attempt I played safer, and it went slow but much better at the same time. Time to travel to the second world, where we land on Exted's prison of all places. God damn it! I would show you more of Gilgamesh, but his battles are long and they don't give ABP, so yeah. His second fight is a prime example of that. It lasted way too long and gave me nothing in the end. Cool character, but not very exciting boss battles. I finally arrived to Regol. Here I can get chain whips, which are a huge improvement over the initial whip. It is literally 2 times stronger. Tyrannosaur, difficult as usual, and sadly it doesn't seem to be getting paralyzed. The Protect spell isn't very good here either because question mark is busted here. The game really wants you to use Phoenix down here, but that would be against my rules. Nothing to do in Moogle Village. Let's go to Baal. I buy the return spell, which is going to be key later on. The Abductor fight went incredible. Remember that whips are strong against flying enemies. No werewolf was steal from me today. Moonflute gotta be one of the most overlooked blue magics. It is very useful in this kind of challenges. The chain whip feels awesome. The dragon pod eventually goes down. The Swift Song is not useful. I'm objectively wasting time here. And Kido is a flying enemy, which means extra damage to it. Once he goes down, the rest of the battle is pretty easy. Still, no ABP from him. Bummer. While I fight Atmos, let's talk about the availability of whips. There's a total of 5 whips in the game, 2 of them unique. In a nutshell, the initial whip is the whip for the entire first world, and the chain whip is the one for the entire second world. Regardless, it is stronger. I feel like it's holding up just fine. As I see it, whips are better distributed bells. Yeah, that'd be right. I get the branch and go to the forest of Moor. The crystal battle is tricky. You need constant damage and focus on a single target at once. That way, they won't use their emergency spells too frequently. Needless to say, they can't be paralyzed. I mean, a crystal cannot move that much to begin with. X-Death. A whip run doesn't mean you can go full dominatrix on the heroes. My god! Galuf got his ass whooped to death. Poor guy. Technically, Bart is responsible of Calgar's death, if you think about it. I can finally start using rapid fire. The concept of someone using two whips at the same time is awesome. This is the reason why I bought Return. A strong whip called Beast Killer can be stolen from the Iron Fist enemies here. It is a rare steal, so Return will refresh the RNG in case I steal potions from them instead. I got lucky and it took me a short amount of time to get one, so much so that I looked for a second one. This whip is stronger against magical beasts, and there's plenty of those. Not today, Gilgamesh. Sorry. Is it me or X that is susceptible to paralysis? I say this because I legit think he attacked far less than he's supposed to. By the way, I equipped both Beast Killers on Lena, and you can tell that she's dealing far more damage. This battle against X-Death felt incredible. Kryl is like a human whip. She can tame any creature. Lena had the Beast Killers, so I'm beating Edgeline with Chain Whips. Whoops. Still, they're more than enough. They hold up just fine. Rapid Fire is a solution to the gargoyles, as usual. What a cool ability. I love it. I get the ribbon from the pyramid and also the tablet. Let's get Lena back. The Windrake brings her safely. He's so well tamed. Never mind. Melusine is weak to Rapid Fire. Also, Time Magic is excellent. It made a fast battle go even faster. I go to the Sealed Castle to get the Fire Lash, a whip that sometimes casts Firaga upon dealing damage. Cool stuff. I also take the staff as someone also asked for a staves only run in the comments. That will be the next video. Comment down below which weapon do you wanna see next. Also like and subscribe, you'd be helping me a lot. Normally I hunt Stingray for Mighty Guard only, but this time I'm also looking for loot. They sometimes drop Dragon Whiskers, the best whip of the game. It is a rare drop, so that would be a pain to get. Only 2 attempts. I swear, I got it on my second try. The Tinkle Bell could never. I buy coral rings for Twintania and also Hermes sandals. I dominate the piano for the hero's rhyme and head to the Wind Temple. I decided to level up the chemist too. You'll see later why. Inside this temple, there's another Beast Killer. So far, I'm loving that whip. Interdimensional Rift time. Let's finish the game. Call of Hysteria is easy with Beast Killers. Just take a look at that damage. I had Chain Whips on Kryl since she will be my sinker. I make sure to attack Abanda with the Fire Lash, as it is weak to fire. Keep in mind that Rapid Fire cancels added effects of weapons. The battle got chaotic for a second, but it was still manageable. This time I only bought 3 Hermes sandals, because here's a 4th one. Azulmagia was a joke. He even taught me off guard. I don't care about off guard, by the way. I didn't like it when I tried it. Catastrophe's battle was a cakewalk. Only 1.5 rounds of rapid fire obliterates it. It didn't even have time to attack. With Ravens, Halicarnassus has no chance. I know she has a cool concept behind her battle though. Twintania is a magic beast, so the Beast Killer will be dealing tons of damage. The Coral Rings also help me survive the tsunamis. Of all the demons fights, I think this one is the one that needs the most setup. Did you know that you can steal a Dragon Whisker from Shinryu? Yup. As soon as I realized that, I knew I had to try. The process is simple. Mixing a blind potion, cast Berserk, Hastega, and then steal it, in whatever order. If I don't get the steal, I just cast Return and try again. After a couple of minutes, I got it. I equip it immediately as it does extra damage to dragon types. And from there, I rapid fire this legendary dragon to death. It is always cool to defeat it. So far, I really like whips. Final battle, you know the drill by now. Mighty Guard, Hero's Rhyme, Hermes Sandals, and Rapid Fire. Someone with white magic is important too, as Almagist could hurt a lot. Playing with whips is a very rewarding experience. Sure, you need to steal and farm for certain weapons, but the results speak for themselves. The Beast Killer and the Dragon Whisker are amazing weapons. Apparently, the unicorn-looking thing is a dragon type, and the Dancer is a magic beast. After lots of whipping, Neo Exdeath falls, and that was Final Fantasy V with only whips. Awesome run, it got everything I like. Underdog initial weapons and disgustingly powerful endgame weapons. The fact that a whole strategy needed to be employed to get certain whips felt dynamic and super fun. Please stay tuned for next week when I beat the game with only staves. And don't forget to comment which weapon do you wanna see next. Martin Diamond, out.